Stop with my highlight
Stop
looks.
admiring your face.
I'm just providing all the thumbnail shots you need.
Hey guys, so today I'm with my best friend Sophie, who makes videos about food and travel and lifestyle stuff. It's really good. I'll leave the link in the description. And we're going to be talking about university and whether to go straight there or whether to take a gap year. I study maths at Southampton. I've just finished my first year. Sophie took a gap year, went travelling and did some work.
I'm about to start at Bath Spa in like 4 weeks.
So do English and
philosophy. Yes.
Knew it.
I went travelling for about 2.5 months. I left in beginning of October. I went to Thailand for a month to do volunteering at an elephant sanctuary, and then I went to Australia for like 6 weeks to travel around, stay with like relatives and some friends, and then I started work again in around February, and I've been doing full-time work at an office until about a few weeks ago. So I was working for about 6 months-ish. Okay, so there's a question on, did your parents support your decision to take a gap year? And then I guess, what were your parents' views on you considering taking a gap year?
You go first.
Yeah, at first I think my parents were quite against it because they wanted me, I think they were worried that I wouldn't go to uni afterwards if I came back and just decided I wasn't going to. But once I actually got a place and deferred it, they were fine with it because there was that backup option, and they knew for like so long that I wanted to go travelling. And to be honest, I would have like gone anyway. Like, not to sound like I would rebel, but it was something I 100% wanted to do. I think they were much more happy with it when I showed them the structured plan I had. I feel like if I had been like, oh, I want a year off but I don't know what I'm doing, they probably would have been like, no.
My mum was actually the person who suggested to me taking a gap year, and she also suggested apprenticeships, which is like a whole other topic. If she had actually persuaded me, then she would have probably been more doubtful about it.
Yeah.
Because it was just sort of a hypothetical
just an
thing.
idea.
She was like, yeah, you should go travelling. I don't think I would have wanted to go into education again if I'd taken a year out. I think that was my big concern, really, especially with science subjects. I don't know.
Because I feel like it's more, you would almost have to reteach yourself things that you were...
Yeah, I mean, I find even if, like, over the summer holidays, if I haven't done any maths, then I'm like, what the hell does this mean?
Yeah.
So a whole year out, I don't think I'd have had the motivation to reteach myself. I want to talk about different subjects and how having a gap year is sort of perceived by different departments. Because, I mean, I do a sciencey course, and I know it's kind of frowned upon. I suppose it's not beneficial to your degree because it's just sort of like numbers. Yeah, whereas true. For you can sort of grow like your writing style and stuff like that.
I based a lot of my personal statement off the fact that I was going to go travelling, and it was going
to talk about.
Expand like my blog, because that will give me more writing experience in different situations. And I feel like even getting like work experience and things, definitely for English, if you get as much writing experience in any medium, then it's going to be beneficial for
that's
you.
True.
When I got back, I was really like, I definitely want to go to uni now because I wanted to get back into writing and learning about philosophy, and especially kind of the religious sides of philosophy after being in like different countries and stuff like that. So if anything, it motivated me to go to uni more.
Another person asked me about languages. They said, for me, going to uni straight away is the only option as I study languages, and if I had a year out, I would likely lose most of what I had worked for.
If you take a year out to live in the country with the languages, that could really benefit you.
That would be so helpful. If you live in a country for a year, you get so much experience, so much more than you could ever get like sitting in a classroom.
So if that's an option to develop your language skills, then that's definitely something
to consider. And also, like, it's not something you have to fund yourself sometimes. Like, there are so many programs which are looking for like teachers.
And I guess that could even go into other subjects, like going abroad to teach a subject for a year. Definitely. Even with maths or science could help you out, as it gives you different perspectives of the actual subject. Also, the thing I think to mention is like working abroad, because I don't have any experience with that, but I know quite a lot of people that have gone to work abroad for a year, and that obviously combines travelling and earning money and gaining a skill.
Yeah, I think that's like the sweet spot there, if you can do all three at once.
I knew that I didn't want to work abroad because I wanted it to be like a fun experience. I don't think you should feel like you have to do something that's related to your course in your gap year.
No, because it is a year out.
So it's just building any experience is going to be beneficial to you. I'm not sure what I want to do at uni. I considered taking a gap year to try and figure it out. But I'm also thinking I should just go straight into uni and find out if I made the choice the right choice that way. That's a very general kind of...
Yeah, that's a big concern for a lot of people.
I think personally the reason why I decided to take a gap year is I didn't know whether I wanted to 100% go to uni and do the course. So I thought it would be better to have time off and then decide after. The thing is that I did that I think a lot of people don't do when they go on a gap year is I applied for UCAS at the same time as everyone else. So I applied when I was in year 12 and then I just applied for a deferred entry. I think that was the best for me because I had that safety net almost of having my offers. But it was good because if when I was on my gap year I decided I didn't actually want to go to uni, I could just decline it and not go.
You've paid like £25 to apply.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
That's it.
If you are going to do a gap year, you should look into applying to UCAS while you're still at school, purely for the support basis. I feel like if I had applied by myself, I wouldn't really have had any idea what to do.
Neither.
Especially with like writing your personal statement and things. At least have a rough draft that you've been through that then you can...
Yeah.
Even if just keeping in contact with teachers for the next year when you're going to apply. Like, they'll be happy to help you if you just email them saying, can you look over this?
On the other hand, if you do go to uni and you're not sure on the course, you already have a place, so it's a lot easier to get in on a different course. I know a few of my flatmates this year, like, decided they wanted to be doing something completely different and changed it, and it was a lot easier for them. They didn't like have to reapply and rewrite a personal statement or anything.
You changed your course.
Yeah, I did actually.
Did you as well?
I changed as soon as I got there. I changed from maths to math with Spanish, and then I really hated it and changed back like just after Christmas, and that was absolutely fine. I didn't miss out on anything really.
What's the point of taking a gap year? Just genuinely curious. For me, I wanted to take a gap year mostly because I wanted to travel, and I thought, well, everyone said like this is the only chance you're ever going to get to travel, but I still really don't think that that's true for most people. But I definitely knew I wanted to travel rather than going straight to uni. And also, as I mentioned earlier, I wasn't too sure if it was 100% what I wanted to do.
Gap years are good for saving money, like saving up money to pay for your studies.
Yeah, because you don't obviously have to go travelling or anything. You could just take a year to work. Also, the good thing was that I got a lot more work experience.
Yeah, that's true.
In things that I was doing. So I did like volunteering placement at a magazine, and I put a lot more into like my blog and I started my YouTube channel. So it was good to have time out to focus on things I wanted to do that I knew I wouldn't have time to start at uni.
I think that's one thing I regret about not taking a gap year. It was like so rushed. Like it was a month between getting my results and then being in this completely different place with all these people I didn't know. So I didn't have time to focus on the things that I discovered that I really liked when I was at college, and I sort of lost that part of me. Yeah. I'm still trying to find it. So
it's also just nice to take time to find stuff that you are going to enjoy doing at uni, but you might not have the time to start
that's
at
really
uni.
True.
Like, I feel like if I had gone straight away, I probably wouldn't have started doing videos because it would have been really rushed, and
when
I had any time.
When I stopped making videos because I was just like so overwhelmed with everything. So if you want to start a YouTube channel, take a gap year.
As all the YouTubers say, you might never go to uni, but you might become famous.
When people talk about uni, it's usually worded in a really scary way that makes it seem really serious, but like it's not. Even people saying that it's generally frowned upon to take a gap year in a certain course, that may be, but all you have to do is like get on the course, and then it really doesn't matter.
The general consensus is don't be afraid to take a gap year because people tell you that it's gonna like ruin your career path or something.
Definitely. If you want to have a gap year, just do it, because I kind of regret rushing into things, and like you can just go to uni next year. That's fine.
I feel like
there's so many like older people at uni as well. Like, loads of my flatmates were like in their 20s.
Yeah, so that's something that I get. People ask me that they're scared that they're going to be the oldest person there, and you're not going to be the oldest person there.
There's one person who's the oldest person, and it won't be you. They'll be in like their 70s. It'll be fine. That is the end. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe to Sophie. She's literally my bestest friend ever, and she makes wonderful videos about really nice food.
Thank you.
And also like travel and cool stuff. So check it out, and also subscribe to me. And I'll see you very soon. Bye.
Bye.